All right, good evening, guys. Today was a pretty good day. Ugh. I already have my drawings on here. Sorry, my trading view is lagging at the moment. I already have my drawings on here. I'm thinking about keeping them, so we'll just have them stick around for right now. But today was pretty chill. Nah, we'll go ahead and delete everything. No, I don't want to delete everything. This seems a little much. All right. In the morning before we had this huge reversal from all-time highs, it was all bullish, and I was looking at it was this order block back here because we hadn't gone above this high, so we hadn't validated any order blocks in here. Oh, sorry, excuse me. So we had this order block, and then we also had this sell side liquidity down here. So those are the two things I was looking at, and then we go down to the 15-second, and we can make things really simple by saying this is our 8:30 open. This is our hourly order block right here. This is an SMT that occurred. These are our levels. This is the sell side liquidity, midnight open. This was a random liquidity void that I found. And then on S&P to go ahead and match things up just so we're looking at the same thing in both places. Here we are. We have our midnight open, we have our order block, we have our sell side liquidity, and this is where we made that SMT off of this low, and which is the low that took out London lows, and then we had this low, pretty much filled the entire order block. Before going up and not taking out this high, which was completely irrelevant to me. What was important though is that entered an order block and created an SMT, whereas this didn't enter the order block but made an SMT off of the order block, which is what I was interested in. And then we went ahead and made a market structure shift, followed by this order block right here, which we returned to. I entered on one moment. I really got to figure out this thing with contract sizes. I always get scared trading consistent contract sizes, and I don't know why. I win most of my trades, at least a lot of the trades that I show you guys. If I don't win most of my trades, I win a lot more than I lose. So I don't understand why I'm having a hard time with consistent contract sizes. I'm like, well, if I don't feel sure about it, I'm like, all right, stop being a bitch. I don't know why. Don't know why. I'm incapable of doing. No, I'm capable. It's just I don't totally know what's going on, but I'll figure it out. Just need consistency and practice. But that entry was below the first presented fair value gap, 8:30 open. A lot of things that we wanted to see. I enter right below here, set my stops right here, and then, or maybe I had them down here. I don't remember, but doesn't really matter. Either one of these stops was good. And then as soon as we took out this high, it was our previous swing high that we had made. I was like, all right, as soon as we take that out, I can move my stops to this most recent low, which is right here, which is exactly what I did. And then we moved up, we made another high, and we returned back down. What I was looking for was this move right here from here up to this high. Once we started reversing, I was like, if it comes down to this lower quarter level, then that means my trade idea is wrong. So my stop loss was right here. So I was like $80 in profit or whatever. And then it came up and I expected it to come down to this first presented fair value gap. Didn't end up going that far. But when I looked on the 5-minute, which you can see right here, there's a 5-minute order block that it perfectly touches into. And this is a 5-minute market structure shift. So this is that same idea that I use on the 15-second, just on a higher time frame. So we have this 5-minute market structure shift followed by an order block and then an extension to liquidity. So that was pretty sweet, honestly. Maybe I should leave a runner when we're at all-time highs. I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it. Maybe not though. I've never really done runners. Not really my thing, but maybe I will. Excuse me. But yeah, we hit this order block. Then we took out this high, which was this red line. That's the only reason I have these red lines is it was highs that I was waiting for it to take out so I could move my stop loss up. But it took out this high, I moved my stop loss up, and then I got stopped out right at that level. So made like $500. It wasn't huge, but it was a pretty chill day. Made up for the last 2 losses that I had a little while ago. Haven't taken a trade in a little while, I guess. It's been like a week or so. So yeah, no, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. solid day. Wow, this was a consistent losing streak. What is that? I guess I made up for it here and here. Jeez, it's intense. But yeah, no, we're approaching that 100,000 level again, which is good. Trying to get up to 110 before I bump the contract size to 1 mini. But then again, I can't even figure out 5 micros, so it's a work in progress. But yeah, that was today's trade. All in all, it was, we found this large SMT off of a 1 hour order block. Then we entered a trade with our typical entry strategy. I do want to see if there was a 5-second alternative entry just for comparison. Not that I'm changing my trading plan or anything like right now, but I just want to get an idea. We make that SMT. Yeah, no, it doesn't quite do what I'm looking for because we're still working off the same high. So to each their own, I guess. And there's no highs in here, so you'd have to find some fair value gap. This would probably be your best fair value gap right here for several reasons. I guess one, it's a suspension block, so that's nice. But it also has this low right behind it with a previous gap with a low right after it, and then another low that fills it, and another low that fills it after that, specifically passing that CE but still respecting it. So that's super valuable, but that's really all I got. And then I will check the 1 minute just to see where that landed. See if we had a similar setup on the 1 minute. Yeah, we did. Very similar setup. We make this low right here, market structure shift, return to this order block right here. The 1 minute order block was actually lower, which is shocking. Doesn't typically happen, but it does happen sometimes. And then that 5 minute, like I was talking about, this is what I was looking at. I was looking at this 5 minute just to compare for today's trades as I was watching. I was like, because I was trying to make sense of why we would have this retrace here, and it was because we had this big move up, which took a 5 minute market structure shift, returned to a 5 minute order block before extending to London highs or all-time highs, whatever you prefer. And then we continued up, so maybe I could have had a runner and then had my stops right below here before getting stopped out. But anyways, that's $500 in a day, pretty solid, pretty sweet. Same trading plan as always, so pretty successful day. The one thing that I do want to work on is that consistent contract size. I said I would do 5. I'd like to do 5. I would prefer 5. I like 5 because I couldn't do 1 mini because I wasn't liking it because I didn't like how much I was losing. It was getting to my head. So, it's just numbers on a screen, but still. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I need to have I don't know why, but when it's 1 mini, I can just press because it's just one. I can't make it any less contracts than that, so it's not hard for me to be like, okay, buy, sell. But when it's micro, it's so easy for me to just be like, oh, okay, one contract, it's easy. I'll just buy and sell. So now I just need to get used to, okay, 5 contracts, just buy and sell. It's a thing. Just got to get used to it. But yeah, that's it for me. I will see you all I'll see you all tomorrow. I've got an AP test today and more over the next few days. So I'm trying not to die as I'm studying for these. So if I miss one, then I apologize, but I'll let you guys know. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. See you later.